Easy kid. Fuck you, my man. I don't care if it take or sleep, baby, just move her back. I don't care what they're talking about you tonight, just do what you do. Keep on doing what you do, don't let nobody hold you down. Baby, me feel the things that you do.
Lucky boy.
One look, go down, baby. Break your back, I won't go there, baby. One look, go down, baby. Break your back, I won't go there, baby. One look, go down, baby. Break your back, I won't go there, baby. One look, go down, baby. Break your back, I won't go there, baby. I like a lot of things on my mind, I don't know what to do. Plenty things in my head, I don't know what you want to do. Baby, I want drink, I want go in the room there. Today you know that me and you, so we east side. Freestyle, Easter, Richard. Today me and you pal, we east side. Una. I want to know your una, I want put ring on your finger. Una. I want to know your una, I want be your una. Go down low and tell your toe. I won't let go, baby. Break up back for me. Me feel you, baby. Love you. One look, go down, baby. Break your back, I won't go there, baby. One look, go down, baby. Break your back, I won't go there, baby. One look, go down, baby. Break your back, I won't go there, baby. I want to see you. One look, go down, baby. Break your back, I won't go there, baby.
I want to see you down like you're bending for prayer. I want to see you down like you're scratching your legs. The kind of thing you do in my mind, the thing you do into net. The other things you do, I want to take all my share. They making me the sweat, man, you the best. How will you do, till I say give me more fire, go fear no fire. Place upon me, get a pray you don't tire. Give me more fire, go fear no fire. Put upon me, get a pray you don't tire. Hit the man, go like my shorty. Like big blow, I will see you rock your body. Hit the man, go, that's my shorty. You too nasty, your body lovely.
One look, go down, baby. Break your back, I won't go there, baby. One look, go down, baby. Break your back, I won't go there, baby. One look, go down, baby. Break your back, I won't go there, baby. One look, go down, baby. Break your back, I won't go there, baby.
I want to know for the things that you doing every cuss in the morning. I want to know the thing that you doing where it lasts till the morning time. I want to know the thing that you doing every cuss in the morning. I want to know the thing that you doing where it lasts till the morning time. Are you ready? Go down, baby. I like to see you want when you step on the beat. Sit, I make it stand on your feet. And you getting legendary, you even won't call for sleep. I make it dance, you rocking it. Don't show all your style because I'm watching it. Shake your ball when for baby, I grabbing it. To left, I me and you, the two we locking it. Higher but that.
One slow, go down, baby. Break your back, I won't go there, baby. One slow, go down, baby. Break your back, I won't go there, baby. One slow, go down, baby. Break your back, I won't go there, baby. One slow, go down, baby. Break your back, I won't go there, baby.
Hit the man, go like my shorty. That big blow, I will see you rock your body. Hit the man, go, that's my shorty. You too nasty, your body love.
On mute, and I thank you very much. Welcome to our broadcast. We're happy to be here, and today we have so much to talk about. So much things are happening in Monrovia, in Liberia, and most importantly, things are happening in Grand Cape Mount County. There's a protest that went on today. We're going to be talking about that, and I think there were people who were shot. We are not very positively sure whether the people that were shot were killed, but according to the videos that we're going to be showing you, the individuals were killed. According to the video, there were some other people at the hospital. Other people were injured, females, males, young people, older people. They were involved, and this protest was against Bea Mountain, and we will also bring you conversation about with people who have participated in uh, people who have participated in the protest, and there are lawmakers who have gone there to talk to them. Also, we also tell you that even in Ghana, our Liberians and brothers in Ghana, they are also having serious, huge problem. And last night they went the people broke their building, their houses. Ghanaian citizens broke their houses. Ghanaian citizens broke their houses, and Ghanaian citizens broke their houses, and they went into the church, into the school building to sleep because there were nowhere for them to sleep because their houses were broken down by citizens of Ghana. And gave you the perspective here, according to them, the chiefs in the Gomwa area, that whole place called the Gomwa district, the Burubura camp area. They said they own the land where the camp is built, and therefore they wanted Liberians out of there. And the best way they thought they could do it was to go ahead and create and tell their young people to go on the camp, take a bulldozer and break down their houses and ransack them and throw them out in the street. Ghanaian security have done nothing to stop these people, and while the people as themselves ran into the church to run away from the anger of these people and to sleep. Last night, the people turned off the current in the school. Apparently, they wanted to inconvenience them, so they did not. They did not put the current on. And last night, trust me, the people sent people or police overnight to kick them out of the school. I don't know what sort of wickedness that is. This is really, really, really a sad thing in Burubara camp in Ghana. I don't know how the Ghanaians will see this and call it anything good. So we will be following that story. We got some videos to also show. Unfortunately, today we want to talk about something else. The Civil Service Administration, the Civil Service Administration, or the Civil Service Agency has issued a statement, amended to the government not to dismiss, promote, or demote or transfer any employee until the audit is that they have undertaken is completed. But people continue to be transferred or even removed from their positions. Directors of other positions in other government agencies or government ministries have been removed, and so we want to say welcome to Sekou. Yes, Sekou, you want to take over? You got your correspondent report to do?
Obviously, I'll soon be going over to the correspondent in the next few minutes, right here. But how are you today? How did you spend your day?
As you can see, we are so busy. I haven't been even able to read my messages. When I popped in, I saw Benson Ramsey rather questioning me, why are you not putting the stories on the website? And I'm like, yes, you're right. I will put them there, but I've been so busy. Look, I'm busy, civil, I'm busy. I
I
can't
saw
even have
that.
time.
It's not
Yeah,
easy.
yeah. It's just
All right,
the
so
Ministry of Health, according to
let me
yes,
quickly go into
absolutely. The
the
Ministry
room
of
right
Health is in that act, transferring and removing employees against the Civil Service Agency advice. We'll come there, but let's go back to Civil for our correspondents. Today, we will see that our Grand Cayman correspondent, Mike Rogers, has a lot to talk about. And while Mike Rogers is talking, we'll have the videos to show you, the pictures to show you. So it's going to be juicy here.
Yeah, it's going to be a wonderful thing. Folks, if you're just joining us, we'd like to say good
Right on the
evening.
other side.
And first of all, let me say I'm very sorry for coming this time. Um, but better late than never, 22 minutes after 9 o'clock. We are now going over to bring you our correspondence report here in Liberia. We'll be visiting all of the counties and to know exactly where our correspondent tonight. So our first stop is going to be in Grand Cape County, where we have Mark Maliki Rogers, who's going to be speaking to us tonight from Grand Cape Mount. Mark Rogers, how are you?
Yeah, I'm doing quite well. I give God the glory for everything.
Okay, Kinjor protest has turned bloody as one person in being gunned down with several sustaining bullet wounds. I learned that it started when the PSU and ERU officers used pepper spray to disperse the protester. Tell us more on this story, Mark Rogers.
Well, Sekou, as of last evening, I was on this platform and I told you that the protest started yesterday morning, very peaceful, and later on between 7:30 going to 8 o'clock, the PSU and the ERU started using pepper spray on the protesters, allowing dispersing them, allowing them to leave the streets for the company vehicles to go in, and they succeeded doing that. But early this morning, it turned differently between 7 8 o'clock. We actually don't know what sparked up the police and the ERU using live bullet, bringing firing in the town and leading to the death of one person and even more succeeded injury. I was right here in Singe. They brought two other persons at the Singe Health Center and they were pronounced there. So equally, we tell you that almost about 3 persons have been pronounced there since the protest started, with few other sustaining injuries that were taken to Monrovia, and we still have patients here at the Singe Health Center. So it turned bloody in that sense. And it did not stop there. The police station in Kinjor was set ablaze, was burned down, and the vocational center that was built by the company, people went there and started looting. So this is the situation today as we speak to you. Well, the Speaker of the House constituted a committee, an ad hoc committee headed by Representative Yeka Koloba and Dixon Sibo and other few persons, including our own lawmaker from Cape Mount. They came today and make first intervention. Right now, CAM have returned tentatively in Kinjor. They came, they met with the protesters, have some meeting with them, and they have gone back to Monrovia. And later this evening also, the executive marshal also set up a committee that will be coming tomorrow, comprising of the Ministry of Justice, the Ministry of Mines and Energy, the Ministry of one other ministry, including the Bureau of Concession. They will be moving in tomorrow to also come with the because the petitioners came up with their petitions since 1 month ago, 38 counts. If only they were going to look at it and bring this party to the table, it will escalated today, leading to the death of people who have lost their lives. So it is a serious issue that government should always be proactive in solving some of these problems.
Mark Maliki Rogers, tell us exactly if care is not being taken an investigation into the matter sensitively. Where do you think Grand Cape County will be heading?
Well, since far it has come to the light, and national government is concerned, and partners, international partners are concerned, there's a need now that the concessional agreement signed between government and that of the company, those issues, the MGA, what the citizens continue to cry off that the company is not doing, there's a need for revisitation, that the company, the government should compare the company to do some of this thing, or else there will be continual protests. And this is where we want to make sure that in as much the company lay up to this obligation, what the people want them to do, because at the end of the day, when gold deplete from this community, what's going to happen? there will be a lot of holes. There will be health hazard. There will be the issue of the area is already deforestalized, and they are not putting anything there. So there's a need that the government revisit some of the concession agreement and make sure that those things that need to be done right there to make an impact in the life of the people, it should be adhered to, or else we foresee take key of it.
They're speaking to us. Quickly, we'll take a look of some of the video. Mark, thank you so much tonight.
Thank you.
We'll take a look at some of the videos from out there. Mr. Jeru, you are muted, please.
Thank you. I thought so. Let me take it from here. We got some videos to show. Mike Rogers is our correspondent in Grand Cape Mountain, and he brought us a vivid explanation, a description of the protest today. Indeed, there was some burning of materials, of equipment from the belonging to Bea Mountain. You can see that the fire on the yellow machine there, and I'm told, according to Mike Rogers, that the police station was also set ablaze. And as you can see here, even females who were present were also victimized at the end of the day. And so we look here on the bed here, these two individuals were the people they took into the hospital. We're told that one of them didn't survive. This other guy was brutalized by the police. This guy here seems to be one of the casualties. But we have some videos to show you here. Let's bring you some of the videos. This one, it looks very much busy. This is a very busy protest.
The rescue team is really rescuing Kinjor.
This here was part of the process.
We are here for our people, and we will stand for our people. They can bring the whole body, but we will not allow for Bea Mountain to do the illegal thing they've been doing in the country for 10 years now. 10 good years. Bea Mountain, you kill the people on the mound, and you close it out. You kill our brothers, and you seal it out. Nobody can say anything. We are mad, and you will kill everybody. But we will not succumb to you. We will not succumb to you. This is now Bangoma protest. We will protest against you. If you feel you buy the army of Liberia, I will meet the president tomorrow and to tell them we're not going.
Prior to your coming here, what did you hear? What happened?
I discussed. I sent a communication on the floor yesterday, and I told them that the army is no longer in reserve for to save this country. They are here to intimidate our people in our own country. We are enemy to ourselves. Are we enemy to ourselves? Like we have gone a long time. Nothing happening in the country. Bring the police, the army to suppress us. Our own resources, you know how many years the country has been suffering? They come and exploit our country and go. And we here suffering.
Have you any information that some of your citizens were arrested today? Or
yeah, we saw them in the bus. Okay. We saw them in the bus. It's took them to Central, and tomorrow morning will be in Central.
What is the reason for which they were
because Bea Mountain paying certain people money. That's the reason. That no other reason. Bea Mountain come with the money, and when our people demand, the MDA recommend what the MDA say, they sign on it for them to implement those things. They're not doing it, so they go hire the army and bring them against our own people. As you can see, they are all.
Wow.
Just killed the ERU. This is the body of the guy who they just killed.
Chegu, this is what happened in Kidmont today. In Tino, Tino town. Is it Tino or Tano?
It's
What is how do
Kinjor.
you
It's Kinjor.
Kinjor. Okay, in Kinjor town, and this is very, very embarrassing, especially police people shooting protesters on behalf of a company that's supposed to come
Where are we?
work and
Where are we
take
here?
your resources. Eh? And you go there to disperse the people and you shoot. There's no mechanism by which the police can quiet these people down. There's no negotiation. There's no way the police can even do any other thing besides shooting people, because they set ablaze one of the yellow machine. That yellow machine is insignificant, Shegu. That yellow machine is insignificant. You know how many millions of dollars Bea Mountain have been getting out of Kidmont County? And they put one yellow machine on fire. Therefore, you now begin to shoot at people? No discipline.
It's Liberian shooting a Liberian.
Liberian shooting a Liberian for women business.
Liberian
For
shooting
a
a
company.
Liberian.
A company? A concessionaire, because of a company, you shoot live bullet at protesters. And the thing is going to go away tomorrow morning. And the thing, the people are going to bow down to them. The Kematine will never bow down to this.
Let me tell you before we go to our correspondent now. Kidmontinians, Grangidians can do protest and they can succumb. But Kidmontinians, it's not good for them to start protest.
Look.
People, it's not good for them to start protest.
Look how they're treating human beings.
They need to stop it. These people have been crying for the last 10 years. These people have been crying for the last 10 years and calling on government attention to go to them, because as close as Monrovia and Sinjay or Kinjor is to Monrovia, there has been no development going on in Grand Cape County. Nothing, absolutely. As close as Grand Cape is to Monrovia. You can't have people working, exploiting, and government benefiting. I don't just want to look at the Joseph Boakai government. I'm also looking at from the back and now, because it's starting from back there. The people have been complaining, they've been complaining. Now, it has always been like that. When they complain, they send army, they send police to go and protect them. They always protected them. That's what they've been doing to them. That's what they've been doing for them. Now, one of the reasons Cape Mountainians came out boldly to say they will be voting for President Joseph Boakai, and they came in numbers, is because they felt that their plight were never being heard by the Weas administration. The same goddamn thing that happened under the Weas administration is the same damn old thing happening under the Boakai's regime, where you will find them sending police and AFL to barricade the place and protect them. They need to come to their senses, because this is senseless. I'm sorry if somebody will feel that probably maybe I'm putting myself in the story, but I'm a Cape Mountainian. Despite being a journalist, I'm from Grand Cape County. You got Western Cluster operating in our place and nothing going on there. You got Bea Mountain operating there. People are not benefiting. You got the other, what you might call the thing, how do I call it? The Palm Farm operating, Simon Darby, and now it's for someone else. And the operating, you find absolutely even the sons of this country are not being well educated by this, MDA's agreement. And today you find Cape Mountainians dying.
This is, I sometimes when I see the kind of thing, I don't.
This is crazy.
It's just so horrible, that the police don't have any other means of trying to negotiate out of a problem.
A Liberian killing a Liberian. We didn't see this thing under the Weas government. Oh, they were using all of their persuasive matter
to see how best they can bring down people. We never saw these things that are happening now to start happening. Joseph Boakai, you need to call your police director. I like you as a papi. I like you as someone who has the experience. And one of the reasons why you brought in Gogre is because probably maybe Gogre has the idea, the knowledge, and everything about policing. But the same thing that happened, the same thing that happened during the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf administration when Gogre was the director, where they will shoot at protesters. That's the same thing that start happening under your administration. This is unfair. It should stop.
Before we go back to our correspondent report one more time, we want to run this particular video one more time so that you know what is going on. They are taking the body with them, throwing the body on their shoulders, because Bea Mountain pay police people to go and shoot at citizens of Kenya County. The people will stay there and think it is fine. People will stay there and think it is okay.
The just killed.
The
ERU, this is the body of the guy who just killed.
No weapons in their hands. Okay? People who have no weapons in their hands. People who are protesting for a just cause. This is absolutely baloney. This is crazy.
This is crazy. This is completely crazy.
I can't believe this. Okay?
And they need to stop this. They need to stop it.
I can't believe
We're not expecting these kind of things at this time. It's too early. Okay. They got different way to negotiate. They got different way to
look at them treating. Look at this. Look at this. Somebody's child, somebody's son, without any weapon in their hands. Now that family will be grieving. Look at this. Police brutality.
And the man you're showing here is a policeman. The man you just showed, he also a policeman.
You see here? Look at this. Hearing them bullied. Just because of this, because a yellow machine was set on fire. What the hell is about a yellow machine? You know how many thousands of dollars that Bea Mountain had taken out of Kema County without doing any development in a place? The Kinjor we're talking about. Do they have any development project in the town? Let's go back to Shegu for our correspondent report.
Wow. Okay, so we will go now to Bapolu County and take Henry Boluma. Henry Boluma is our correspondent there in Bapolu County, folks. If you're just joining us, I'd like to say welcome. Henry Boluma reported yesterday that there was some protest action being planned to take place in Bapolu County by disenchanted citizens of Bapolu. And it's the same issues about the company actions of not taking care of certain things from the NDA that they should take care of. But let's see, as soon as we get Henry Boluma, we will definitely get him live here on the radio. We've not getting him, but we'll leave him quickly, and then we'll see whether we can go over to bring you our Bond County correspondent, Ramsey Clark. We hope to get Ramsey on the line tonight. I'll be very glad that Ramsey will tell us what's happening there in Bond County. If you're just joining us, this is
maybe let's go back to that story. Maybe let's go back to
Ramsey is on the line right now.
Let's go to Bapolu. Let's go back to Bapolu's story.
Ramsey, how are you?
I'm okay, and Bond County is okay at the moment.
Ramsey, tell us what's going on in Bond County. Previously, you posted that the physically challenged female of Banga, Hannah George, had decreed difficulties of accessing public and private facilities in Bond County due to inaccessibility challenges. What do you mean by this?
Hannah George is a physically challenged female. And then she's a senior student at the Mass Lodging High School in Banga. But then her issue is with the school she attends. According to her, the school is not accessible, and as such, she finds it very difficult to navigate her way through the facility because in the classroom she sits in is not accessible, and she uses wheelchair. So it's very difficult for her to access her own class, even different facilities in the school. And also to use a bathroom, it becomes very difficult for her because the entrance is narrow, and before she can go there, she has to, get off of the wheelchair and then go on her nails to go to the bathroom. And according to her, the bathroom is not, like the bathroom is not healthy, the environment is not clean, so she is exposed to other diseases. And also the library of the school. She's a senior student and doing extra research to help furnish her with additional knowledge. But as it stands, due to the inaccessibility of the library, she doesn't go there. So she's unable to conduct extra research on the campus because the library is not accessible. Even the school, some facilities around are not also accessible. Okay. So she's appealing to national government because, as you may be aware, there are existing laws, international laws, supporting people living with disabilities. And accessibility is among those laws. So she's appealing to national government to strengthen and also ensure that those laws are functional. Those laws are being adhered to by different public facilities and also private facility as well, because she pointed at the Bong administration building. She also pointed the Bong County Technical College. Those are two facilities she pointed to as facilities that are not also accessible. And for the Bong administration building, people usually go there to access services. You got you got an office there where the people produce the citizen cards. So to go there to get those different services becomes difficult for people who use wheelchair, people walking difficulties, people with visual impairment. It becomes very difficult. Okay. You also go to the Bong County Technical College. It is also difficult because the facility is not accessible. Those people should be treated, there should be equity in education, job, employment opportunity as well as compared to people who work.
So she's calling on national government, international organization, and private institution to come to her aid in making sure that the library and other facility be accessible for people with these kind of challenges.
Definitely.
Thank you very much. But before we take a leave of you, there has this been a baloo between the legislative caucus of Bong County. Can you please tell us what is trending among them right now?
Repco has resigned from the Bong County Legislative Caucus. He said Onomwe is wish hunting him. Onomwe has been undermining him since the sentencing of the Unity Party government. So he doesn't feel secure working with Moe. As you may be aware, Moe is the chair of the Bong Legislative Caucus. So he said he doesn't feel secure, working with Moe while Moe serves as the caucus chair. So he has resigned to just work on his own. But again, Moe in an interview with reporters and said that there is no point in time, he has, fueled or instigated any attack upon Repco. So
okay.
Otherwise, Repco is saying Repco is in a total state of disarray.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much tonight, Ramsey Clark. Ramsey Clark is our Bong County correspondent there in Bong County. Let's now go over to Margibi County and bring in Benson Martis Moko, who will tell us exactly what's happening in that part of the county. And as soon as we get him, we will throw him over to you so that Benson will tell us what's happening in Margibi County. If you're just joining us, this is the talking point. This is where you have time to speak out issues that bothers you. And this is where we say the things that a lot of people are afraid to say for the betterment of our country, Liberia. Gibson Gerald is the proud host of this program. He's there in the United States with other panelists, and I'm here as co-host in Liberia. My name is Sheku Lansana Shapewai Koroma. We can't get him tonight, and we will keep trying to get him, but we'll go over to Bensonville, rural Monserrato, and see whether we can get Henry Mano of Monserrato County to tell us what's going on in that part of the area. Folks, there we go this evening hour. Gibson, while we await our correspondent to respond to us, do you have something to throw out?
Well, I'll just go back to the Kema story. We continue to talk about Kema story. We continue to bring you more pictures from the Kema protest. I want to show you a few more pictures before we can, while we are making effort to bring in our correspondent. We want to say welcome to our brother S.T. Salif, who is one of our panelists. We are expecting Jackson to be here today, and Emmanuel Zaza to be here. When they do come, we will definitely continue our discussion. But I want you to see this one here. It's one of the pictures coming from the scene. The police are pitched against the citizen. You can see that. That was right after the yellow machine was set on fire. For me, the issue of yellow machine being set on fire is insignificant. I want to say that very slowly. Insignificant to the whole issue. We're talking about human lives. You're talking about yellow machine. Bea Mountain has been in that place for years and have been making millions of dollars out of Grand Kema County. What have they done? Have they given any scholarship? Have they set up international scholarship, local scholarship? Have they improved the lives of the people? What have they done in that place for the money that they receive? National government continue to siphon money from all of these people. The people eat the money and don't do anything. They make the people poorer and they get richer. And then you're talking about you go and shoot people, shoot your own citizen because of a company that can go and anytime. The company, you shoot your own people for that. These are some of the pictures here we are bringing to you. Let me go back to Shego. Shego, do you have anybody on one of the correspondents? And then we can.
I'm trying to get to all of them tonight, but I don't know what's going on. I'm now on the Bombay County.
Well, we got just 10 more minutes. If we can't find anybody, then we'll just go into our discussion. Whatever the situation, I know it's been, everybody is busy these days. It's very tough. We got a lot of stories in the chat room. We can also read that our correspondent have. In fact, let me go there and read some of the very beautiful stories that have been reported that we have not uploaded yet. Great stories here. Let me go to this one. Shegu, I'm going to read this story coming from Ramsey Clark. Division ensues as Representative Cole resigns from Bon Legislative Congress. He talked about it earlier. And in a historic mode, Electoral District Number 3, Representative Josiah Marvin Cole has resigned from the Bon County Legislative Congress. Shegu, this is just Marshall Dennis resigning. Marshall Dennis resigning from the Grand Juvenile Legislative Congress.
You see, when Marshall Dennis resigned from the Legislative Caucus in Grand Juvenile, it was later that I know that one of the reasons why Marshall Dennis was a senator was to work with the Legislative Caucus. But if you resign from the caucus, it means you are not a lawmaker.
You know, why will you resign? Because you and another lawmaker have issue. So you resign from an organization that's supposed to be the organization that's going to hold all of you.
All of it. So by virtue of fact, the people of that particular district, that electoral district, once you resign from the caucus and you cannot work with the caucus, it means you're on your own. They have the right to. They have the right to. They have the right to meet and protest.
Was defeated. I want to reason why Marshall Dennis was defeated because it was very irresponsible on his part. Now we can say that also Marvin Cole. It is very irresponsible on your part that you have issue with one of the lawmakers, and then you cannot swallow your pride for you to go and resign from the caucus that you're supposed to be in to take care of business, take care of your people, speak for your people. Marvin Cole, you need to go right back and go back and put your name back in our caucus or go continue with the caucus. House call for AFL order withdrawal at Bea Mountain mining. Chego, I want you to take it from me a little bit. I will be in Ziale Tule Take it from me, and I'll be right back.
All right. Okay. So we go in strictly here tonight and see whether we can go for Agnes Star's story that she just sent out in. She says Speaker Kofa set up an ad hoc intervention committee to prop ongoing protests at Bea Mountain mining company in Grand Cape, my county. In the ongoing protest at Bea Mountain mining company in Grand Cape, my county, House Speaker Fonati Kofa has set up an ad hoc intervention committee. And according to him, the committee is tasked with conducting a thorough investigation into the issues surrounding the protests, ensuring a fair and impartial inquiry. The legislative delegations comprise with a member such as Honorable Yeke Koluba Dixon Sibo, Eugene Colley, Emmanuel Dan, Fode Fambale, Edward Fulomo, and 3 lawmakers from Grand Cape County. The delegation, as deputy of the people, demonstrates the commitment to working in the best interest of the citizens. The ad hoc intervention committee will work diligently to gather facts, engage stakeholders, and present a report that will guide future actions and decisions. Plenary emphasizes its dedication to addressing the concerns of the people and fostering a resolution that ensures justice and fairness. Plenary at the same time calls for accounts and cooperation from all parties involved, urging citizens to trust in the investigative process. The commitment to transparent governance and the well-being of the people remain unwavering, the speaker noted. Bond County Representative Mohamed Breeze Mensa has raised a red flag over the delay in the budget approval, urging immediate action from the executive branch. Representative Breeze Mensa, in a communication to plenary, expressed frustration over the lack of response from the executive to her communications indicating the expected return of the budget on the 15th of February. This silence has left the budget in a state of uncertainty, with vital programs linked to lines ministries hanging in the balance, she said. Highlighting the critical needs for timely budget approval, Representative Mansell urged fellow lawmakers to treat the matters with utmost seriousness. To bring clarity to the budget timeline, the Bond County lawmaker calls for the finance minister presence in the plenary, emphasizing the minister's crucial role in transparent communication to avoid negative public perception. The call to actions resonated through the plenary, underlining the collective responsibility of legislators to ensure that timely approval of pivotal financial matters for the benefit of the Liberian people. As consent intensified, the urgency to tackle the budget delay takes center stage in the plenary discussion. Meanwhile, following the debate, plenary mandated its Chief Clerk, Madre Seyon, to do a communication to the decisions of the finance minister the finance and development planning minister, reminding him of the budget resubmission. We're going to hold it right there tonight, and we move on to bring you all the stories right here sent by our correspondents and reporters here in our rooms. The leadership of the Maryland Civil Society organization called for justice for a girl who was video recorded naked without her consent. The Maryland County chapter of the Liberia National Civil Society Council is outraged about a recent incident involving a young girl who was naked when she was recorded on the leaked video without her consent. We strongly condemn these actions as violations of human rights to privacy, and then the CSO stands in solidarity with the survivor as she will seek a proper recourse of action. The video recorded by unknown boyfriends whose name is yet to be identified, done this without a girl's knowledge or consent, has been shared and circulated on social media without the due regards to the victim's privacy and well-being and dignity. The victim deserves justice, and perpetrator must face the full consequence of the resemble behavior. Furthermore, they urge the public to respect the privacy and dignities of victims and refrain from sharing or viewing the video. It is also crucial that they stand together in support of victims' privacy violation and work together towards creating a safer and more respectful society for the individual. As civil society organizations, they are committed to advocating for the right and safety of individuals, especially females and those who have been victimized in such a blatant and harmful way. They will continue to fight for justice and demand accountability for those who seek to harm others through exploitation and violation of their privacy. It is their hope that the institutions that are providing psychosocial services in the county will take key interest in the video to avoid risks associated with the victims of such unfortunate action. They are urging everyone who has received or shared this video to immediately stop or delete it and refrain from contributing to the victimizations of individuals. If you're just joining us, I'd like to say welcome. And this is the program, The Talking Point. Gibson Gerald is the host, while Shekuru Kuman is the co-host. Now we will go. We got 2 minutes left, folks. And Gibson is coming by very, very soon. What do we have also on our national and international scene tonight? Let's go quickly to see what we have on the Daily Observer in 2 minutes. And that of the, how do I call it? The front page Africa. Molu Tuesday evening stoned menace with a shock announcement that he was resigning. Wow, what a story. We went through that already. And the headline for this is why Molu resigned. That's another story there. And then we also have here Ghana Accra. What's happening there in Ghana Accra? There's no caption for this. I'm only seeing, okay, we leave it right there. Let's see what we have here. Wow. Why are you guys not giving this story caption? It needs to be given the caption quickly here tonight. Yes, we definitely need to give it a caption here tonight. Okay, so let's go over to the Daily Observer newspaper. Boakai accused of violating executive law on ministerial appointment. What does this mean for our country? Let's go for it quickly here tonight, and then we come right back and bring our Big B people. We call them our Big B people. ST Salif is sustainable development coach and happen to be one of our panelists here on the program. So let's take this story quickly and move on, and then we'll bring in ST Salif. President Joseph Boakai has been accused of violating the national law that has guided the presidency for over half a century in the appointment of cabinet ministers that could be a reflection of national unity and integration. The appointment of cabinet ministers from the various counties has been brought into questions by Nimba County District Number 2 Representative Nandi Flomo, citing a potential violation of 1972 executive order, which stipulates the appointment of at least one cabinet minister member from each county to promote national integration and unity. From on Tuesday, 27 February 2024, during the 14-day sitting of the House of Representatives, pointed out that the violation of Section 10.2 of the Executive Law of 1972 caption appointment of cabinet minister from all counties, which says, as far as practicable, the president shall appoint at least one member of the cabinet from every county of the Republic. The law was introduced at a time when ministerial leadership was concentrated among an elite field and to begin an effort to decentralize governance. President William R. Tubber deemed it necessary and expedient to establish a culture of inclusivity that having other counties represented in the highest echelon of the executive branch. Known as the leader of progressive change, President Tubber came to office following the death of his predecessor, William V. Stockman, in 1971. President Tubber, who has been vice president for 20 years, marked the beginning of a new era in the political governance of the states when he was inaugurated on January 10, 1972. One of the Tubber's administration's major first instrument of law was the Executive Law of 1972. Since then, the law has not evolved and may perhaps need to be amended consistent with Article 56A of the 1986 Constitution of the Republic of Liberia, which states that appointed officials shall hold offices at the pleasure of the President. The pleasures of the President, on the other hand, and could be required competence over county affiliations in order to achieve certain socio-economic and development goals. On the other hand, the pleasures of the President could be exact opposite, tribal or regional domination in government without regards of a quality for services. In this communication addressed to Speaker J. Funati Kofa, the Nimba County lawmaker argued that the appointment of a ministerial position from each county is aimed at strengthening the national integration and unity of the people of Liberia, regardless of ethnic, religion, or other differences into the border politics. In an effort to ensure compliance with the executive law, Representative Flomo was called for the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs to provide a detailed list of cabinet ministers and their respective counties of origin, seeking the clarities on the current administration adherence to the appointment guidelines. The House of Representative leadership following the motion took note of the concern and is expected to request the necessary information from the Ministry of State for Presidential Affairs to validate the distributions of cabinet positions across the county. Meanwhile, parallel to Representative Flomo communication, Bapolu County Senator Amara Kone raised similar reservations regarding the distributions of ministerial appointment, highlighting the imbalance in representation across various counties in the recent appointment made by President Joseph Boakai. Kone stressed the importance of upholding the principles of national representation and inclusivity in the cabinet, as he has presented concern that underscores the importance of transparency and adherence to the established guidelines in the appointed process. Joseph Boakai has appointed 15 ministers to head ministries, including 2 ministers of state without portfolio. Lofa has 5 ministers, 2.4%. Bon County, 4 ministers, 23.5%.
What happened, Mr. Jura?
Well, I don't know why everyone. Okay, I'm so
I
sorry.
I was just about to call you. His screen got frozen. I kind of
Oh,
texted
okay.
him, and then the next thing I know, it just
I
went
think the
off.
current one maybe.
Okay.
Okay, so thank you very much, gentlemen. I'm here with my brother and friend here, Brother Salif. We got so many things to talk about today. Again, yesterday we talked about something that happened in Ghana. Last night, according to our latest information, last night, the school building in which Liberians in Ghana went to squat for the night because the Ghanaians chiefs claim that the Bunubura camp is their land, and so they sent Ghanaian citizens, young men, to take a bulldozer and break down their houses. So they had nowhere to stay. They went into the school building to sleep there for the night. The Ghanaian authority turned off the light in the school building, and they sent police people last night to put them outside. They succeeded in putting some people outside, and they didn't succeed in putting some people outside. So this story is very, very. Let me show you some of the pictures of what happened. Do I have my pictures? Yeah, I should have my pictures. But anyways, I don't know if I have the pictures here. Anyways, I'll bring the pictures later on. So it is very much unfortunate that our Liberian brothers are in Ghana. They are still suffering. We got videos that we're going to be showing you. I think I got some videos here that I will show you. If I don't delete them already just because of this other video or other story, I think I did to give space for the other story that we're about to talk about. So we just transition right away to the story. My brother, let me play you a video and then you tell me this is happening in Grand Kema County, right by us here, Grand Kema County. Bea Mountain has been in the area for a long time. The citizens of Kinjor district, Kinjor town were demonstrating, and then
the guy who they just killed. The ERU, this is the body of the guy who they just killed.
These are pictures of some of the people that were victimized today in Kinjor town in Grand Kema County. The Bea Mountain people asked the police to intervene. The police, what they did to intervene was to shoot at people. These are two people in the hospital. My understanding is one of them didn't make it. I can't be sure which one didn't really make it, so I'm not going to comment on any of the two. But here is another picture of the guys who were injured that were taken to the hospital. This is the reason why the people shot at these citizens. They put a fire onto a yellow machine belonging to Bea Mountain, and as a result of that, the police began shooting them. These are other pictures of the riot. Police are pitched against the protesters. You see the police on the riot, police on the other side. I think there were a few police officers, and because probably there were not many, so they didn't use any negotiation tactics, nothing. They decided they would shoot at any of the protesters. And according to our correspondent, Mike Rogers, who came online today, he said about 3 people have been confirmed dead. 3 people. I knew about just one, but when Mike Rogers came on this afternoon, he said that there are 3 people who have been confirmed dead. Let me also bring on this picture here. That's the town there. You see smoke. The smoke you see is the smoke from the yellow machine. And because of that yellow machine, and that's why it's making me angry. This is what pissing me off, brother Salih. For yellow machine, basically you shoot people. Yellow machine, you know how long Bea Mountain has been in that county? You know how many thousands of millions of dollars they have gotten from the people? Doing nothing for the people there. As a matter of fact, concession companies in Liberia don't really do anything for the people. They always argue that they pay taxes, they do that and do. So I want to hear from you a little bit. But before you come on, we got too many messages. Let me read some and then I will give it to you, brother Salid. Um, Abraham Abraham Colley is one of our correspondents in Monrovia. He has been sending us story. He's been giving us story. He's a journalist from Lofa County. This one is coming from Tele Koyeyon Dele. He said this is so sad. And this one's coming from Anoita. Anoita is our regular follower. And she said, shame on Honorable Saros Momo. He has failed already. This is why she said that. Let me go back to that. Let me go to the reason why she said that. I'll play that video for you.
We are here for our people and we will stand for our people. They can bring the whole valley in the country. But we will not allow for Bea Mountain to do the illegal thing they've been doing in the country for 10 years now. 10 good years. Bea Mountain, you kill the people on the mountain and you close it out. You kill our brothers and you see it out. Nobody can say anything. We are mad and you will kill everybody. But we will not succumb to you.
Succumb to you, says Honorable Saros. And this is why I don't know why Anointed says Saros has already failed because he's speaking. I don't know why, but she continues to say the government refused to listen to the plight of the people. The country seems to be in political handcuffs. I never heard this in a long time. Political handcuffs. Anointed is saying that now. How come the army and the police are using live bullets on protesters? I'm told the army was also involved into this. There's a message that the speaker of the house has called on the military and the police to withdraw from the protest area. Lawa Boyu says, "I'm following. This is our reward after voting. Sleepy Joe Boakai and his unscrupulous element to power, they are right. But watch and see the outcome." He continues, Joyce Lomago Wing says, Gibson Jerry, so far call you like that. Gibson Jerry, so far call you like that. But today is a sad day for our country, Liberia. What a day. And she continues and say, may the souls of the lost ones family be in peace. Indeed, we are looking for peace. And Slawon C. Yabawolo says, this is the president they agreed to. Very, very sad. Indeed, it's very sad. It is very sad, Brother Salif. You are muted, Brother Salif.
Sorry, Mr. Jiro, and thank you for having me on. It's a sad story on all levels, on all fronts. And it's not just about the current administration. The gentleman who spoke there told you they've been there for 10 years.
Yes.
So it's not even about George Weah. It started from Ellen's time. So the problem there spans 3 administrations now. So it's not about Joe Boakai. The problem is this is not how concession agreements are drawn out in other countries. You know, I lived in Nigeria for 15 years, and there are multiple companies, multilateral companies, big, giant oil corporations from around the world that operate in Nigeria. And I did not just live in Nigeria 15 years. I live in the Niger Delta. I live in Port Harcourt, River State. And I know how the communities, how the government, how they involve, companies. When these companies come in, the government sit with them, but they also have in sustainable development. That's what we call stakeholder mapping. So stakeholder mapping is we have to first identify all the stakeholders in this project. And the stakeholders that are directly going to be impacted by this project. And that has to do with the people of the county, the region where Bea Mountain operates. But look at what we do in Liberia. Everything is done right in Monrovia. The representatives receive their brown envelopes, president sign anything, and just send the companies in the counties. Go there, do anything you want. We don't care. And you don't even care about the people. Look at the pictures that you show. Is that an environment? Is that how that environment should look in 10 years where this company have been operating? You can see nothing. There is no trickle-down effect of the operation in that area. They don't care about the people. They just deal with central government in Monrovia. They go there, extract all the minerals from our place or all the resources from there, and they leave. Look at the environment. Look at this environment. This is where a company works. What have they done? There's no paved road. There's no infrastructural development. I'm sure you're not going to even see good water supply, safe water supply. There is nothing here. Nothing here. And these people cannot even say anything. The central government will clamp down on them. The companies will clamp down on them. So they just have no say. They just are, instead of being participators, they are spectators in their own country watching these people just loot their counties and go away. You knew about the other story with Edwin Snow, what they did in Bumming, how they went and connived with a company and wave how many millions of dollars because they put money in their pocket. These people don't care. They
don't care.
Yeah. So it's a complete a failure of government. It's a complete leadership deficit. The people have no reason to go through what they are going through. And on the side of the company, Bea Mountain, the reason they could call in the police and the military to do what they did is because they don't care. If the people are protesting, why not call them to the round table? Hey, what do you want? Let's sit down and let's discuss what are your plights. Let us hear how can we help you? How can we improve your schools? How can we improve safe water condition? How can we improve the roads, the infrastructure in the community? What can we do to help you? How can we benefit the people in the community we are operating? How can we raise the standard of living? What can we inject into this local economy to help the people to even live a more decent life? They don't care to do that. So when the people protest, since the government is in their pocket, when the people protest, just call the police, call state security, and they just fire on the people, and you go in to see nothing's going to happen. This is 24 hours now. This thing has happened. I have not heard any statement from the press secretary. I have not heard any press statement from the executive mansion. The legislature need to bring the executives of Bea Mountain before them, summon them, and let them come and answer some questions on what transpired and why did this transpire and how can we, what solutions can be proffered to, control these things. It's the only person now who has spoken is the speaker, who is saying, the state security should withdraw from their protest. This is wrong. This is not democracy. Protest is a part of democracy. In fact, it's the only voice that the ordinary people have is protest. It's protest that got the late Martin Luther King Jr. and all the movement, Black rights movement, civil rights movement. It's only protest. The people don't have any power. The only thing they have to do is to gather and protest. And when they protest, call them to the table. That's all. Hey, how do we fix this problem? But people who don't care, they're not going to call. They just say, hey, you know what? Go and malhandle them. The central government will protect us. We can do anything we want. And the problem is, the blame goes all around. But I can't blame the people more because I would say, well, it's these people that put this legislature in power. But they don't even have the power. What would they do? These people use money. Some of those people, there's no reason. If we remove money from politics in Liberia, I'm telling you, some of the people elected in offices will not be elected because they just spread money around. The people are poor. They give them cups of rice, give them few dollars, and then they steal the vote. That's what's happening. So these are the failures of leadership.
Sheku, you are from Cape Mount, but it's not more than becoming more than coming from the Cape Mountain. It's about humanity. And according to Saros said, Representative Saros said that 10 years these people have been requesting for better life. The company is operating area. What do you know? What have you followed from Bea Mountain?
This is not the first time that the people of Cape Mountain have been complaining about the company. Even between, let's just say, from the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf administration, they've been complaining about that company. When George Weah took over, they thought that they would have gotten the best of it all. But there came a time that the Weah's administration would even send police to guide them to protect their materials against the people who live there. So if you go to the election results, you will come to know that Grand Cape Mountain County voted hugely for the Boakai's regime because they felt to themselves that the Boakai regime will take a swift step towards addressing these issues. Probably, maybe that could be one of the reasons why they came in full swing. Unfortunately, the Bea Mountain is not the only company that carry on this particular behavior. In the Western cluster, from days in, day out, they took over Cape Mountain in the name of their own exploration. We saw that they've been taking some resources from the county in the name of the taking dust there and carrying it for testing and what have you. But they barricaded places and kept taking care of those places. They got the exploration law, how many years it takes for you to do that. But they will go and do exploration and they say, no, they are not certified. After they have spent almost 2 years, 3 years, they are not certified. They want to take another 2, 3 years, but they are illegally mining and taking these things. What's the benefit for the community? Now, tomorrow, if these people if they achieve to get the minimum resources out of that place, what do you think the company will depend on? What do you think the company will leave for the people? What do you think the people there will benefit from the company? If you go to the school system, it's poor. You go to the hospital system, it's poor. You go to the road, they just put gravel on the road and absolutely nothing. So the people of Cape Mountain has been complaining over the time and requesting that the government pays attention to them, but that hasn't been done. Even the people that they employed, on a very serious note, look, they take people who have ideas that could work in administration, they take them to some liberal areas and bring in their people that they know that they are up to the task. They call them expatriate to go away with good money. It's just that the stories have not been coming up, but sometimes they even get involved in exploitations and things. People call us and people tell us. But the very Liberian who they employed also in the lucrative positions are the Liberians who are covering them up because they don't want to lose their job tomorrow. But this is bad. So every time you see people protest in this manner, and it goes to the point where blood will be shed, it means people are tired and it will cause us to die, let us die. But I have a caution for Joseph Boakai's administration and the police people or whoever did that. Now, then I want them to listen very carefully. If anybody listening to this program, let them know that they need to be careful. I'm not bringing back the issues of what happened yesterday during the war. But if we agree with me, most of the people they ever refers to as Kinjor, they were people who left from Liberia to go and join the Kinjor group in Sierra Leone. In a sense, those people, when they tell you bullet won't do nothing to them, Mr. Jerry, you go up and down, they will stand in front of you, you will waste your bullet and nothing will happen. This is why it is very difficult for Grand Cape Mountain County to go into protest. And I don't know when last I ever heard them that they have gone into this kind of protest and have reached this point. They are pushing the people and they have to be careful. We don't want any insurgents into our country. We don't want any problem because people are building infrastructures And people are thinking that what happened yesterday in our country should never take place. So they have to be very careful. Let them
Let's
be.
let's read what is coming from the capital. Brother Salif talked about it earlier. Let's go and our correspondent, our reporter, a reporter from the Capitol building, sent us this story here. In the ongoing protest at Bea Mountain Mining Company in Kinjor County, House Speaker Fanatic Kofa has set up an ad hoc intervention committee. According to him, the committee is tasked with conducting a thorough investigation into the issues surrounding the protest, ensuring a fair and impartial inquiry. The legislative delegation is comprised of members such as Honorable Yeke Koluba, Dixon Sibo, Eugene Colley, Emmanuel Dan, for the family, Edward Flomo, and the three lawmakers from the county. So the speaker is doing is more swiftly. I mean, Baraseli, the speaker is even swifter than the government, than the executive. I mean, the speaker, they can only do investigative. They don't have executing powers, but they are moving much swiftly than the executive. I would expect, like you said earlier, the press secretary who can go and say that one president, so what? All kind of things you talk about. Instead of fighting over the VIP, it's time for her to go out there and calm things down. It's time for Joseph Boakai to issue a statement. Are they going to issue a statement, you think?
Obviously, Joseph Boakai will issue a statement before Mr. Salif come in. Obviously, Joseph Boakai will issue a statement not later than tonight or tomorrow morning. Trust me. Obviously. But now the speaker is very much far-sighted. And somebody will say the speaker has set up people to go. Just watch. Yeke Koluba was the man who delivered Kinjor to Joseph Boakai. Yeke Koluba. When Yeke Koluba entered Kinjor during the campaign time, it was like the Messiah have entered. The speaker looks around with this prevailing situation. Yeke, be a member of the team. Go. Let Yeke go and tell the people. Yeke will speak there. We will get the news.
I know, Brother Salim. You talk about this is not democracy. So let's look at even Bea Mountain. For police, I mean, we get it. They talk about property destruction. We get it. 3 people are confirmed dead. How is that compared to a yellow machine being set on fire? How is that?
But it's the same thing I keep saying, right? Things build up and things escalate. The gentleman you talked about, I think he's the representative from that area who spoke on the video. And he said, Cyrus, they've been operating in that place for 10 years. So they didn't just burn the yellow machine yesterday. They burned it today. That's after 10 years. 10 years of plead with no recognition. 10 years of plead with complete dismissal of their voices. What else do they have told us over this show? And I will always say, Liberian government only react to force. Come up with placards, go to do peaceful protests. They won't listen. By the time there's a force, the armed forces, women, all the peaceful protests they didn't listen till they start blocking roads. Then before the government, I don't know why the government is always like that. Why do you wait for force? In 10 years, these communities have been patient. In 10 years, they've been bearing the burden, and nobody's listening to them. The representative, is he a new representative? Is he just coming on board?
Yeah, that's a new man.
He's a new representative.
He just got elected.
Okay, yeah. But he just got elected by the people. Yes. That should have been one of his priorities. That should have been one of his priorities for getting into the House to change things. But if this thing didn't happen, That very representative who's speaking like that would have been there for another 10 years and he would have said nothing about it because all of them get paid from these companies. Nothing he would have done. He's only speaking forcefully today because people have died. If there was no protest, if nobody died, if no machine was burned, that man would have made no statement. So
Who know
whatever
as to whether he's even looking for recognition?
yeah,
Later
whatever
on,
he's saying
before
is
he start
belated.
giving him some things.
Yeah, it's belated. Number two, when it comes to Sheku saying, "Oh, the president will say something maybe tonight or tomorrow morning," that is belated. Boakai is the president. Anything that happens in any part of the country that has security implication, Boakai is the first person to be briefed. So the Speaker of the House cannot be ahead of him. Why does he have the Ministry of Information? Why does he have press secretary? Why does he have all these offices? Why does he have internal
What
affairs?
happened to the information minister?
Yeah,
What happened
information,
to the
internal
justice
affairs.
minister? What happened to the
Internal
justice minister
affairs,
issuing an
press
edict to say,
secretary.
let all police officers disengage? What happened to the defense minister to say the AFL will want you to disengage? What happened to them?
So he has no excuse.
Do you think these people are really prepared? You really think so? The
Which
people
people?
came to
How can we?
the people came
There's
to
nothing to be
government.
here about
The people came
to
to
hold them
government.
accountable.
Yeah, we will
We
hold
hold
them
them
accountable.
accountable because
That's
they
why we
went
always
into
talk
government
about
and said they can do this thing here. They said they
That's
can
why
do it.
we
They put
always
themselves in the line. Right, Salif? They came
Yeah.
to us and said, we can do it. Put us there.
You
Let me
see,
read some of the comments. Let me read some of the comments here. Abraham Massacre Gongano Zua says, what did Georgia government do? I thought he meant do for 6 years. He comes back and says the previous government was there for 6 years. What did it do for 6 years? And then Lele Lee Coleman says, nothing. So must this government start shooting at people because the last government didn't do anything?
that's exactly the problem. That's exactly the problem.
I come in. Let me finish. I come in. Let me go. Abraham Zua says, Leland Lee Koma. I didn't say that for 6 years they sit there and did nothing. This new government is only 27 days old. Then they want to start protesting. Why they didn't protest for 6 years? That's my only question. And let me go to KP controversy. They are now moving towards my father's village in Tewa district for mining. Yes, you see, KP, you are very right because they are moving from one place to another, break down everybody's store, break the jackladic with the villages, take all their logs, take all the money, all the golds and diamonds they can find, and move on to another area and did nothing for the people. The people are living in squalors. And Celia Sunny says they have forgotten where Manazege came from. Probably. I know Manazege. I know him. I know Manazege. And Arthur Solo says, we as Liberians must be careful about things like industrial laws and regulation because we are not industrialized or industrial oriented. I guess that's what he meant. And Saleh Sony said he wants the American number is up there. Saleh Sony, they want to call, you can do that. Let me go to Joyce Lomage. Wing says, Gibson, it's sad to know that the police director that was in power 12 years ago who killed is the same man JMB took back today. It is what JMB called rescue. And I agree with George because when CDC had a protest, Gregory was the police commissioner or police director, whatever you say, at the time when those guys were killed on CDC campus. I think that's what she's mentioning here. Let me go to Leland Lee Coleman. Say, I think there were protests during the last administration. Secondly, this new administration came to power on the matrix of rescuing the people. When something or someone needs to be rescued, there should be some urgency. Do you agree? And then we go to this one coming from Slawon C. Yagbawolo says, wow, Liberia is who know you country. Fight for yourself, God for us, good next generation. are dying without reason. Every time you go on Facebook, so heartbreaking. For this, we can't connect our phones on TV anymore because there is no good news example our children to watch. Oh, this one rent my heart though, and this one is coming from Salisbury. His legal advisor is busy dismissing cases. Yes, that's one he's talking about. Julie Annie case. Yeah, Shiku, you're trying to say something. Shiku, you're trying to say something?
There's a guy who said over there, there's a comment you read here earlier.
That says what the government did?
Yeah. It said, what did the government do in the last
The previous government was there for 6 years. What did they do for 6 years?
Now, this is where I wanted to come. I said, this is what is sometimes getting to me because they didn't do anything. You went to the Kinjor people. You spoke to the citizens when they gathered, they were protesting. You blast at this government, the past government, that you were going to do something. Now, while you were busy doing your appointment, do not also forget that during the campaign period, you have people who were jotting down points as you were speaking. Now, those issues that were very much paramount, the moment you took over as president, make sure, send a team, set up a committee to go in immediately and bring that situation under control. This is not, it wasn't just yesterday that the people got up, they said they're protesting. Remember when the government took over, they sent a 38 count. Mark Rogers reported. And immediately they sent out 38 counts to be addressed. They also put it on the plenary at the House of Representatives to be able to discuss it. The executive heard about this. Article 17 gave the people the right to peacefully assemble. They firstly peacefully assembled and gave their plight to the government. The government played low on it. They didn't look at it. This is where it has resulted to. Now somebody is saying, what did you do? If you knew that you wouldn't have done something this time around, then why will you come to tell the people, get this person off, we will do it? And every time I'm hearing this thing, and Mr. Jeru, I was in a community today, there were 3 guys who were very tough in running campaign for the UP. And somebody said, this thing is not happening, y'all say y'all will do it. And the guy looked in the guy's face and said, the past government spoiled it. So we'll take 2 years to fix it. In the next 2 years, nobody should complain in this country. Does it make sense? Is that how the people came to power? We got to be careful here. Don't forget to know that, as we've always been saying, this country is divided. Remember, the people who love George Weah still consider George Weah, even if it is in their dream, they still consider George Weah as the president. And the day George Weah go on the public media to speak, they listen to him as their leader. So what you need to do now is to convince the Liberian people beyond reasonable doubt that the mess the people created yesterday, you are in the position to clean this mess immediately. If not immediately, try to put some things in place. Because I remember in one of the interviews he said, we're going to hit the ground running. These are some of the runnings we're talking about. It's just that we didn't get Boluma on the line tonight. Boluma reported last night that in Bapolu, people are also planning the same protest against company there. In Grand Bassa, they reported that they were planning protests on some other issues. And people are so naive to the point, they wouldn't understand that people are aggrieved and they need to be talked to. They come back and say that CDC government created this mess. Go and start working on it so that it doesn't go to a point where it exacerbates and cause trouble. They still talking that you're causing, so we take our own time to fix it. You gotta be careful, man.
It doesn't make sense, Sekou, you said. It doesn't make sense. When you know, even if government is continuing it, let's assume that George Weah spoiled it. When you take over, you knew the problem was there before. In fact, Cape Mount was the first county that booed George Weah for JMD. First county. That's Abu Joshua for JMB. You should know that your interest is in accounting. And one of the reasons was they seen Bea Mountain, they seen Western Cluster. Those were the reason why those people turned against judgment and voted you in. When you take over, what you do, you set up a committee. You don't have to solve the problem immediately, but let the people see you taking action. Set up a committee from the executive mansion, a presidential committee. Go and meet with this company. Brother Sadi, these are things that people can do. You can say, well, can we renegotiate this contract? Either you put it, you scare them. Can we renegotiate the contract? What are some of the things that you're doing here? We're not happy. The previous government did not take care of this contract here. We want to make sure we renegotiate it. But we want you to do X, Y, and Z. Set up a committee, meet with the people, meet with the company, set up a perimeter by which everybody can have a clear vision of where you are going. But you sit there and say the poultry is spoiling for 12 or 6 years, therefore you will leave it until 2 years pass before you can touch it. I don't know how people think about other people. Look, for me, I have argued over and over and over and over. We need the counties to be states, so that when the company go to these states, the state will have voices to be able to make demands of these companies.
I just shared the MDA, the Mineral Development Agreement, with the Bea Mountain, with you people in the chat room. Even though it's a long volume of documents,
no,
but
it's necessary. It's necessary. I think I have it say
that it's there right now. It's there. This is crazy. This is.
Let me go to Brother Sadi for a little bit.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Jiro. Making the county states does not solve the problem, because it's not about the statehood of the counties, because we already have the framework, the structure for the counties to still operate as counties. That's why we have local government. We got a township. We got the districts. You know, we got the clients. We got a township. We got the clients. We got the districts. You know, so whether it's statehood or not, we have to change perception.
Let me bring in Salia Sonin. We wanted to say something. Salia, how you doing there?
Go ahead.
Can you guys hear him very well? Can you hear him?
Yeah, we hear him.
Okay, go ahead. So Salia, the problem we are facing here is an age-old problem. We cannot say this problem is only in Cape County, where companies go to these counties. They don't do anything for the people. National government officials, lawmakers, line their pockets. They take the lion's share of the booty, of the national booty. They will go there. They rig down your forests. They raise down all your minerals that in the county. They make the millions. The people live in squalors. They are beggars in their own towns and villages. Some of them are even removed from their town. Like in the case of Lac, remove the people from the town and do whatever you want to do. What's your take on this?
So, let me say hi to Sheku, and I know a lot of the time I give you hard time and say no, I don't like you, no. I like you, my brother. The problem we get in Liberia is the Liberian people brought this thing on themselves. The Union Party left for 12 years, Mr. Blue. What did they do? The Liberian people knew what they did. Okay, Georgia came in for 6 years. They said Georgia wasn't bringing changes. They want to change Georgia. What did they do again? They went back and brought the same people that led our country for 12 years down the drain. So they didn't go for change. They went back for what? And we told them that the people coming, they were bringing nothing. That's why we keep saying the superintendent and the mayor, Mr. Drew, it needs to be elected. When you elect superintendent, the people of the country will be represented by their own citizen, someone that they can trust. This is one of the reasons we say the internal affairs minister shouldn't be human. Liberia, they are divided right now. You watch Jimali on the tape saying, I will pay for Labu. And you look at him, you appointed him as myself, minister. People crying, you say to hell with you. That's a minute to hell with you. I will bring anybody I want. You want with go, okay, I think 15,000 or 20,000 votes. And then you think you get a whole country? Prince Johnson now is not certified. They will tell you Prince Johnson certified, but he's not. That World Cup coaching, that video that leaked, is a big split now between Jay and Prince Johnson. So they just need to be careful with the people. And Mr. Jerry, November 7th, who was the police director? Gregory Como. And who was the team 102? Nelson Freeman. So where are the changes? Where is the change?
That's a great point you're raising, because even Nelson now, I think you're raising a very great point here. Nelson Freeman now, the CDC is protesting that he should be withdrawn because he was the one who was accused of shooting at sedition. Well, I don't know, Sally, you good at keeping record. If you have any video.
I will try to look for that video. But the president not going to do nothing, Mr. Jerry. We told the people the man will be there, but somebody else will be running the show. You see, every information dissemination can damage country, and it can resurrect the country. The press secretary is a novice, and she keep making a lot of mistakes, thinking that, I can talk down on people. Anything you say in our office, it represents Joseph Boakai.
She feels she's still running campaign.
When you telling people, this, that, just know that Joseph Boakai speaking. But you got to be careful, and President Boakai too has to look in his circle. People want to undermine his government. When you say the things, you hate it and no. People trying to undermine him. He has to be very, very careful with the kind of people he employs. The information arm of the president, they don't know this. You can't bring somebody like that, nothing about journalism. Go out for another journalist. You can now control the information. You saw when George was in power, he had people there that are not managing the information well. He went for Smith Toby. So Keller was there, sitting guy, but he couldn't speak well on the microphone. So they brought Smith. That's how George controlled the narrative for a few times, Mr. Jerry. President Boakai needs somebody that can control the information of that office. Kula Fufana cannot do it. If they continue this downward this trend, my brother will real back the same place we came from. And we don't want to go there.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it, Sally Sonny there, making his point about what is happening in Kinjor County. There was someone who was calling right now. I mean, please call back. I was trying to let you on, but you left. If you're hearing us and you want to make a comment, you want to make a point, call back. Well, I was coming to you, brother Sally. The reason I'm not going to Segu too much because they say, Segu from Kinjor County. Why they will say? Let me go to the. Hello, caller. What's your name? Where you calling from? Okay, let me go to Lee Coleman. Lee, let me read your comments that you put here. You said, responding to Abraham Zua, he said, I think there were protests during the last administration. Secondly, this new administration came to power of the matter of rescuing the people. When something or someone needs to be rescued, there should be some urgency. What kind of urgency are you looking for?
First off, before I answer the question, thank you for having me.
Thank you.
I want to say hi to the other panelists on there.
Thank you.
If you want to rescue something, especially it took you 6 years, saying everything is messed up, we're coming to fix it, we're coming to rescue it, there needed to be some preparation. But looking at things for the past 31, 32 days, I don't think they were prepared. They were not prepared to rescue anything. They were prepared to just unseat the past administration, but not prepared to govern. The past 30 days just shows a lot of missteps. And they keep doing one every day. It's like let me wait and give them time. They just got there. But they there's a saying like where it say, when your Christmas will be good, you can tell from the
eve.
So
yes,
I mean, there are so many mistakes from appointments. Some of the things they found out the past administration for were not speaking. The president wasn't talking to the people. Joseph Boakai haven't said anything since his inauguration speech, which he didn't finish, and his sauna. After that, I haven't heard any other thing he's addressed. And they really were hard on the past administration for the same thing. So everything they were hard on past administration for, they're not trying to fix it. They keep finding excuses to go back, oh, the past administration didn't do this, or the past administration put us in this mess.
Let me ask you a question here, Lee. Let me ask you a question, Lee. Sally Asoni said that Joe Boakai is not in charge. Somebody is doing all of this. Do you agree with that, or you think Joseph Boakai can take the blame for everything that happened?
Joseph Boakai, I will side with Salia 50%, and the other 50% Joseph Boakai is a corny puppy. He pretends to not know
He's
anything.
a corny puppy. I mean, he plays a lot of corn games.
Yeah, he pretends to not know anything, but he really knows what he's doing. So I will say 50%. Yeah, he doesn't. Most of the things around him, people are doing it, but there are some that he knows that's going on, but he just keep it quiet.
Let me read this comment here. Maybe you don't even. Let me read this comment. Maybe you don't even agree with this comment from Laura Josephus. Why he says this sleepy man lacks the ability to lead just in 1 month and 7 days. See what's going on now in our country. The sleepy old man is still asleep. If care is not taken, I foresee us going back to the dark days because no one would like to see their family members dying like how these people were killed today by Zoko. No, Zoko Boakai police. It's very sad. No, it's fair game. It's fair game. Zoko Boakai police. They call Georgia police Zoko. They call Georgia police criminal. It's a fair game here. You agree with that? That the old man is still sleeping, like he don't know what is going on around him? Is he sleeping like a Rip Van Winkle?
Like I just said, he knows some things that he just deliberately keeps quiet on. He doesn't speak to it. He doesn't because it's gonna make him look bad, or it's gonna make him anything that benefits him. He doesn't speak to. Like he said, he was gonna dance with the devil just to get the power. So if somebody can tell you I'm gonna play with the devil, dance with the devil just to lead, hey, that person should be somebody you should be afraid of because they can do anything. And we shouldn't take that representative Yaga Kurova said Joseph Boakai was jogging in front of him to prove to him that he's strong. So I don't want to buy into the sleeping thing, but again, she's old. So yeah, I should take that into consideration. But I wanted to address one more thing, Mr. Jay, before
go ahead.
Pastor Sally said everything about Liberia is central. It's true. And that's where our problem is. I tell people when I have conversations about Liberia, I tell them our problem, Liberia's problem is the legislative branch. That branch is so weak, they ain't got no spine because of this brown envelope thing. And my problem with them is, how can you be a representative for a district in Grand Cayman County, but you live in Colorado? When you know the plight that people are going through, when you know the people suffering from, when you live in Monserrato, you don't live there with them, so you don't care. You representative for district number 4 in Bomi County, but you live off the highway. What do you know the people in district number 4 going through? You don't live there, so you won't care. I was telling somebody it's about time we allowed Joe Biden. Joe Biden was Senator Eastman. Get on the train from Delaware.
Yes.
To Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
I don't see why these people live in Monrovia and they say they're representing people in the counties. How? So when Bea Mountain comes to you and give you brown envelopes, you close your eyes because you're not there. You know what the people are going through. So when they even call the police or shoot at people, you keep quiet. You don't know. You already got your money. You treat the people anyhow. You don't live there. There's no rules. You don't care because you don't live there. You're not driving. You know, you're in Morovia, so the roads are good for you. But up there, the roads are bad. But you don't care because you don't live there. You're not experiencing it.
Well,
I just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, well, Sarah, somebody already told Sarah that he's a failure already. But anyways, but thank you very much, Lee. That was a great compliment. Thank you very much. Okay, that was Leland Lee Cooper, Leland Lee Coleman from right there, Fargo, North Dakota, and he was just contributing there. Welcome to who put me in the central area like that? Don't put me in the central area like that. So we want to welcome out government. You are a government a conservative. You are a constitutionalist. Today, Arthur, let me play some of the videos we've been seeing here just for your eyes. We want to play the video because they are so discouraging, very, very discouraging. This one here looks like
who they just killed. The ERU, this is the body of the guy who they just killed.
Citizens are carrying the body of their compatriots who was shot point blank by officers of the Liberian National Police. I want to show you something else that I want to show you guys something else before you can come in. After these are very, very troubling situations here. Let me show them so you can see to tell the Liberian people that when they talk about live bullet, they are not joking. If you look here, this is a live bullet that was shot. This is another. This is a amount of 3 different shells that were found on the ground, and they were displayed to our correspondent by the citizens there. Those are live bullets coming from the gun of the weapons of the police in Kinjor town, Kema County. Now we can confirm by our correspondent Mike Rogers that 3 people have died after. 3 people.
Thank you, Mr. Jerome. ST, how you doing? Gibson, this problem that we're looking at, first of all, I'm sorry for the dead. And I'm disturbed by it. But this had nothing to do with the company. The company didn't shoot anybody. The company didn't kill anybody. The government, the people put in power and signed consensual agreement. We don't have a good labor law. We have labor minister and all the people, right? The same Article 17, Brother Sheku were quoting, it protects the company as well. Everybody, you see, that's the problem people have in Liberia. I have the right to protest. The same right you have to protest, Article 13 guarantee my right for me to go through freely without you blocking me. And that's where the police come in, because now if you infringe upon my right, then the police will say, no, the same way you're doing your own, you got to do his own. That's one. The major problem in Liberia that the caller I was listening to the caller is the government, and to be specific, is the first branch of government, the legislature. Is the problem.
How so?
Thank you. Let me put the two of you as the company owner. You are company Z. This is company X. You and ST. You living from Fargo. You got your company, your machine, all in a container. You're going to be manufacturing here. You go and put together your disclaimer, everything. Where you getting your lawyer to do your paperwork? In Liberia or in Fargo? In Fargo. Because you want the first thing, that's your company. You want profit. No lawyer going to drive your company or policy in favor of the company. The same thing with ST. ST guy, maybe he manufacturing or he producing milk. In Liberia, the standard for even food is not there. We don't even say know how much is the Liberian person is worth. When you kill them, how much you're supposed to pay? What's the monetary value for a Liberian man or woman or citizen? In the United States, $660,000. You know, but then when you ST get to Liberia, you present your paper to the legislature. The first thing you go to the representative. Let's say you from what district you from. You handle your paper to that representative. You say, my man, before I look at the TF, I can't talk to the paper for it, man. Can't talk, say something here, man. You say, okay, no, yeah, your company, ST is ready, you ready, you ready. You say, okay, here, $10,000 in a brown envelope. You, my man, the whole thing here is done. He's signing, he's sending it to his colleagues, the colleagues they're signing. No one is countering their policy. No. In this country, you cannot make people work for 17 hours. What happens if I get there and say everybody working 24 hours? The government will do nothing because they already signed it. So our Liberian people is now the company fault. You think that, oh, the company do this. You touch my machine, I will shoot you. Because that machine is what? $2.5 million. Your life in Liberia, it don't have a value. Your government don't put value on it. Nothing. When you want to go protest, go burn down your own house of legislature, go burn down your executive marshal. Don't burn down. This is private or property. That's why the ESU fired those shots. I don't agree with them firing, but they are still protecting life and property. Not just the citizen of Liberia. The company is involved. Anyone, we want investor to come. The investor must risk all their millions of dollars for somebody to burn down machines. Look at the machine. The lease in America are $400,000 to $500,000 for a used one. I don't want to see a brand new one. How much is a Liberian person's citizen cost? After 9/11, they created an act in America that put a value on American citizen, $660,000. That's why a U.S. citizen is worth. In Liberia, how much we worth? $300? $1,000? Our government, the legislature is the problem. I don't care who's the speaker sending people bullshit. Sorry for my language. But the people die because that the government killed them. And not the police. The police do their job. We arm the police. The life bullet you talking about? Who license it? You and I, we license it and give it to the police officer. You don't go buy it on your own. When we got those life bullet from the Chinese government, we signed. The Ministry of Justice signed. The Ministry of Defense signed. We, the citizens, killing our own people. The government did not. The government asked, they didn't ask permission. We gave them the permission. We put their finger on the trigger and say, poo. And then they poo and we want to cry. So all of us here, we shouldn't complain about it. This is what
I disagree with you. I will really complain because
but let me tell you the reason why you're complaining now. You see the reason why you're complaining? Because our legislature, a senator or a representative has 6 years, senator has 9 years. What do you expect that man to listen to when you get elected? If my young brother Sekou here, he get elected for 9 years. Let's say he's 20. 9 years, he 29. He almost 30. That 9 years, every paycheck and benefit he get when he's saving, even when he getting out of office, will he be broke? Young as he is, the mind that he has, not the old people. The man start building a house, get his Jeep patrol, he put it on the side, open a plane shop, so the people will be doing that. Why he'll be doing? We, the people, are the problem for Liberia. We, the people, that are electing people based on the bag of rice, based on the $10 they give you for short money. We are the people, and the same people, I swear to God, Gibson, if I own a company, my little mako that I doing, you touch my company, my high security will open fire, and then we'll go to the court and go justice. Why the court not get involved? Why is it that the justice minister now on all this, they created a team? Why is it they created a team when the justice minister can make an arrest? Why you don't have in hand
You come tell us only so you're not be confirmed. Let me go to
I told you before. I never want any government job. Everything you asked question yesterday, say what my brother looking for. I'm looking for money. Everything I'm doing is for me to create my own private sector thing to go. Because even if you work for government, the day your check bounce, you're gonna come for credit to me. That's me. So the whole thing they turn dying, the Liberian people are the one killing their own people. Try Ghana. Ghana has a very strong labor.
I know Segu will disagree with him, but I disagree on the point that the company security will fire at anybody because they buy yellow machine. And look, let me just read something here.
Okay, let me ask you a question, Jason.
From the mineral development. Let me just read something. I come in, Arthur. You spoke so hard. I won't disagree with you. Then you scared from to disagree with you.
No, I want to bring more so that you can disagree. The D57 machine that is there. You know how much it costs? I don't want to see let's say Firestone, the multi-valve people using the CO packages. You know how much it costs?
Okay, before I bring call back.
Hello, let me tell you one thing. Let me say one thing.
Hold on, guys. Before I bring Celia Sony in, let me just say this. I was just reading from the mineral agreement with the government of Liberia. And they said, and that is so sad, and we'll pay more attention to the mineral agreement that says every diamond, every gold, every silver that the people take from the ground in Liberia, they only pay 3% to the government. 3%. They didn't even
what goes to the community?
They didn't even mention the community.
Mention community. The government taking over.
They didn't even mention the government. They didn't even mention the community. Let me go back to Celia Sony. Let hope, because we are panelists here. Celia is on the line. He came back for a reason. I know he and I disagree with Arthur. Celia Sony, why you are back?
Yeah, Mr. Jerry, let me say hi to my brother Arthur. Let me tell Arthur one thing. We need not to exacerbate the whole thing. The government kill the people. First of all, in America here, Mr. Jerry, there is no way the state police going to kill somebody and then you say not the government. The ERU working on the government. The police director was appointed by the government, by the president. So he works at a will and pleasure.
I think we lost him.
But the man is unarmed, and you shoot him, you kill him. And then others say, the Liberian killing Liberian. Yeah, the government is Liberian also, they are all Liberian. I agree with you when I say Liberian killing Liberian, but the government is killing her own people for foreigners. That's the power where it belongs. They sign a bad agreement. And the agreement not in line with the people. How will you go sign an agreement that, look at it, take for instance the APN terminal agreement. You see the day Liberian get ready, APN terminal increase tariff, and Liberian do nothing. I told my brother, the government kill people. I know you like Joseph Boakai, but he started on a rocket fire, and they need to be very, very careful. Thank you, Mr. Jerry.
Thank you very much, Salah Soni. And let me go to Brother Sali right away. Brother Sali?
Yes, sir.
Do you agree with Arthur that no, we can't blame the company? The company do nothing. They brought a $1 million or $2 million yellow machine, and somebody will just because you're angry, I pay my money to the government, I pay my taxes to the government. The post I will get money to the government. Your government should take care of you. I finish pay the money, you can't burn my equipment. I will tell my security to fire you. But in this case, the police fire on the behalf of the company and killed 3 people today.
I said on the last show that there are some things that can be right or seem to be right, but what about the expediency? We need expediency in some of these things. You know, technically, Arthur is right in some instances. Okay, the bulk of the blame is laid squarely at the government of Liberia. I was in Liberia when During Ellen's second term, I think it was Chevron, one of them, there was a tussle here and there with the legislature, and they brought these volumes and put before them. The legislature did not even read it. It was in a matter of a few hours. They all signed their signature. How does a company give you that heavy portfolio? You can't say, okay, let's take this thing home. We got to review it and see, some clauses in there. How does this benefit the Liberian people? They all sat right there in a matter of hours. They all affixed their signatures. When you don't even know what is in the agreement. And that's what I'm talking about. You see, it's not about whether we give statehood to counties, whether we elect. Yes, I'm a proponent of the idea that superintendent should be elected, but that's not going to fix the problem, because the president of Liberia is also elected, the legislature are elected, and they still don't care about the people. So it's not by electing a superintendent that suddenly everything will change. No, we need a complete paradigm shift. The way we've been practicing our governance from 1847 has never yielded any dividend. So as they always say, the definition of crazy, the definition of stupidity is to keep doing the same thing the same way all the time and expecting different results. It's not going to happen. We got to reinvent the wheel. We can't keep doing things the way we're doing it. We have to empower local government. We have to empower a district. We have to empower the state. Our government needs to be completely decentralized. When companies come into Liberia, I told you in sustainable development, we got to do stakeholder mapping, stakeholder engagement. The community is the key voice in the concession agreement, because it is in their domain that the company is going to operate, and there are going to be some social and environmental impact on these people. So they have to have a seat at the table. But no, today, if you go into the house, it's all country boys that were there. I'm old enough to know that when Congo people were empowered, all the country boys, the Congo people, this. Today they have taken over national government, and they are producing worse than the Congo people when they were there. These guys don't care. These guys are evil. They are reckless. They only think about themselves. That's why whether Saros or who that representative is, he should keep quiet, because ever since he got elected, his people are not in his purview. They only talking like this because this has happened for the next 10 years. If there was no shooting, nobody died, that fool wouldn't have said anything today. Sorry to use that expression. He would have said nothing, because these people are bribed by these companies and just send these companies. Now, when it comes to the JMB administration, just like Lee Coleman said, you criticized the previous administration, and that's why you decided I'm coming to rescue you, because this is what these people do. And that means to rescue, you should have, number one, had a plan. You should have a plan. You should have strategies to execute these plans. You should have had a program. You should have been prepared. You should have prepared yourself. Right now, the JMB administration, they don't know what they're doing. They are just trial error. They don't know what they're doing. While you were campaigning, you should have already identified the hot button issues in every county, that once we take seat, these are the first thing we are going. Priority means the simple definition. Don't go to the dictionary, take it from me. The simplest definition of priority means what matters to you most. So those hot button issues should have been identified, and should have been taken care of. But JMB, yeah, I mean, I understand. I don't know. Like Lee Coleman said, if they say your Christmas will be good,
you can tell from the eve of the Christmas, you will know whether your Christmas will be balling.
The JMB administration is a recycle of the old crooks from the early administration. How are you going to succeed with this? So yes, Arthur has some right points. The company, they came to make profit. They came to your government. It was your government that's supposed to set them down and say, listen, to do this, you go into our community, the local community.
That's why the government paying in our live bullet.
Yeah, they have community-based organization. They got all these things. They got the chiefs. They got the elders. They got you. These people got to be taken care of. We want schools. We want clean water. we want electricity, we want good roads, we want these social amenities, we want things in this community. And then you take care of, certain things, but you just say no, give us brown envelope, go to the counter, do whatever you want. So yes, the blame is squarely on the government, but however, you as the company, that's where expediency comes in. You are still going to operate in this place. So when the people are agitated, they didn't just come out on the street to start burning your property. They be agitated. Bring them to the table. Even though you bribe your government, still bring them to the table. What do you guys want? We can create some employment for you. We can do some this. We can put some books in your library. We can put some hand pumps here. We can do some, basic social things, to keep you quiet, because it's all about wisdom. But yeah, they to just completely ignore them and then call state police, hey, your people are disturbing us, they burn our machine, and state police come and start to shoot and kill people. The company is not wise, because after the dust settles, you still got to be in these people community to operate. You still need those minerals that you are extracting. So it was not expedient. They are not completely to be blamed, the company, but it was not expedient on their part to not listen to the plight.
But the police, what they did today, they put the people against the company more.
Yeah.
Because of the company, 3 of the citizens of that town were shot and killed today. That does not look like cementing the relationship between the company and the locals.
No, but in psychology, Mr. Jiro, there's what we call display aggression. Okay, that's what we call display aggression. That's why the company should have been wiser.
Exactly.
Whatever the government has done, the police have killed people, right? The community does not have the power to fight the government. So
fight back again.
All the aggression is going to be turned on the company.
Exactly. They're going to make a choice. We can't fight the police. We can't fight the government. We rather channel our anger to the company. And the company will be the one that will be victimized. Let me read a few comments here. Sekou is afraid he's supposed to go visit his concubines, and he's afraid he wants
How many he got?
Yeah, the man worry. He say going to 12 o'clock. I don't know how.
That's always rare. He not getting enough.
Now travel not catch. Let me.
You see, Mr. Jerry. Mr. Jerry, before you read how they call it, he give me serious assignment in the place. I'm on 4 hours in the morning, and I'm on this hour in the evening. Now that's what No, La Blaze, I beg you, don't do that.
Okay, no problem.
You try to modify your job description.
We'll be leaving 1 minute to 12. We'll not reach 12. Let me go to Joyce Lomagard. Wim said, this is the same people that said Wim could not speak to the cases. JMB is in office for 22 days. A lot has happened, and JMB is still asleep. Wake up! The sun is up. Yeah, Joyce is telling JMB to wake up. Yeah, the KP, who is from that county, close to that county, country first, to say these are some of the reasons why people voted Boakai, but he has become boo-boo on them. We are using the word boo-boo is resurfacing again. From George Weah, now we are using boo-boo on JMB. Patient Green, eating Grand Jada as well. And she's talking about people in the county where concession agreement or concessionaires or companies are operating and they're not benefiting the people. This is KP. First, to say Boakai has not signed one executive order to even keep in front of his home clean. Well, we'll see. The other day I saw them. They were remodeling the place. Maybe they will finish very soon. Leyland Lee Coleman say what? Okay, I gave him the number. He already spoke. And KP says, I think they have forgotten everything that brought them to power. And Bayu says, the Sleepy Joe lacks the ability to lead. We just in 70, we read this comment. Let's go to Sally Sony. Here's a link. Giving sleep and go to Slawon. Slawon see Yaba will say people that still calling President Weah name, they coming from Spoon TV because since President Weah congratulated Boakai, Spoon TV never leaves Bea name alone. Sally Sony says, what the Liberian people bought is what they are getting in the mail. You see, an older man who has been a VP for 12 years, but his boss refused to give him a letter of recommendation, and you say he is the change. That is a very big chick. I like that chick. Very, very big chick. You know, I don't know that sellers only can throw chick. Let me go to Joanna Zulu say, how can you blame Bea when it was Boakai himself who signed most of those bogus concessions agreement during the 12 years of the VP and President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, president of the Senate, and he was president of the Senate at the time. And Lee say, I say, Sele Sonin continues after you also have to march forces where the protesters carrying weapons, that weapons were allegedly used on them. That question goes to Arthur. You will answer when he's get his 2 minutes to close. And this one is only say Arthur, the life and properties, which one supersedes? I would take life. I don't know if Arthur is going to take property. But Slangon says those police have no training. I don't know what she means. Have training. Oh, I don't know what that means, but let me move on to Joanna. Zulu say Liberia citizens' worth is let leave it with God. I don't like that word, Joanna. I don't like that word. For they say let leave it with God. I don't like that word. And Leila Lee Coleman said the police was trained not to escalate situation. I agree with that one. Yellow machines are not compared to human lives. And so now one comes back. Those policies police not have training. No police are not training at all. And this one is coming from Patrick Dixon. Finally enter the conversation. Good morning, Gibson. My brother, I'm already in the evening. And the rest of the panelists, and thanks for you all. He's all the way in Dubai. As soon Patrick wake up that day, he see money, he told all are in the money. Patrick, you are in Dubai. I'm in Central Region in America, and Shegu is in the evening. Shegu is even going to bed now very soon. Joanna Zulu continues. He said, even though it's bad for citizens to burn the communist machine, but nothing worth more than a life or human life. And the yellow machine and human beings, which one important? Salia Sony comes back. Is Arthur comparing the lives lost to yellow machine? Are you kidding me? This one, Arthur is going to come respond to that. Duncan said, number one, there is no good clinic in Kinjor. Number two, no good school. Number three, no good drinking water. Number four, he'll break. He didn't say anything about number four. But let me go to Bidel Joe say, where the incident occurred in Liberia, German. My man, you sleeping, oh? You sleeping. Yaba Wolo, Snawan, Salia. If that me, you are asking, then no. Okay, I'm talking about people that died today again, because yellow machine that what I'm talking about. Okay, that's great. And let me go to the last two comments. Mr. Gerald, watch out for HPX2. That's another company we are watching. The Wea government refused to sign that concession agreement for its reason. But the JMB government started doing business with them in days of ascendancy. Why even JMB? Why wouldn't they even evaluate it? If George Weah of all people can refuse to re-sign the HPX, then you just come, you don't want to sign it. You can't ask for.
That's why you have
Our further comment today comes from Lawa Joseph's boy. You say, ST Salih, you get my admiration. You spoke really like a wise man and an intellectual. Really understand the discourse. Continue the good work. Continue to work good. My man, the only man I get present here today that ST Cooper, ST Salih. All of it, nobody plays the largest say. Liberians need to be very careful with JMD government because people will really die in this government. And this one, my man from Dubai, Patrick Dixon, Blaze family, I believe this government is not ready yet for reconciliation and saving the lives of the citizens. Why will people lose their life and others are supporting a cause of yellow machine? Wow. Oh God, please save our country. That ends our comment. Let me go right back to Arthur. Arthur, you got your 2 minutes to close, but I want you to respond to these guys.
Thank you. You know, that's a thing about Liberia. They may be specific. They put their feeling into everything. I'm not a feeling person. I'm a constitutionalist and a panelist. That's what I am. I am by the law. The company did not break any law. The good for nothing people we elected that lazy, that can't read, that incompetent.
Me, I will enter inside you small. After wait. Before you say they think the company did not break any law.
Okay, why not the company break?
Please read.
When you can debunk the
Please read that particular document that Mr. Jerry has. I just share.
I will read it, but
in Liberia, most of the MDAs, the Mineral Development Agreement, most of the things they put in it, they don't do it.
Right?
They don't do
it. When you come to do your
no. Let me come.
You don't want to go to trouble.
No, that's right. Let me come to Arthur's rescue. If Sekou is saying the company is to be blamed because most of the NDA, the companies don't do it, it's not the company's fault. It's the government's fault. The government has regulatory agencies. The government is the one that's supposed to see to it that those things are enforced. The companies do not have the enforcement authority. It's the government. The government to see to it that this is what we sign. And the government is supposed to do periodic evaluations to make sure these things are being followed. Those are compliance issues. I'm on a board right now, and we're dealing with compliance issue for one of the companies that are served on their board, and their licenses, the government is withdrawing licenses because they failed in a compliance issue. Where is the government? The reason they cannot enforce it is because they had taken money from these companies.
Let me tell you one thing, Sekou, your boss that's sitting there, Mr. Jerome, he used to be administrator for 2 rehabilitation homes. You know how many visits he can get from the state? Even in your own home, they come in there to inspect.
Yes.
What I being administrator for those places, he live in a good manners to protect the other people and the people that are working underneath him. That is not the company fault. This is why I say they put a guy today because they elected stupid people in office and they could kill them. That's it. But one other thing I want to the people, you see, all of them they base everything on their feeling. Human being life. George Zimmerman in America and in California that got killed. I think the George Zimmerman walk away. Everything about feeling in the court of law. The court of law don't see feeling. You see the law balance. That's why the justice lady, the security guard that shot that boy, Martin boy, when they went to court, Haiti George Zimmerman won. It's about the law. It's not about the feeling. Everybody was into their feeling, but that the law took the course. That's the problem in Liberia. A yellow machine is. That's what I asked. How much Liberia person worth? As a level department, if somebody get hurt in Liberia by the machine, how much the company is supposed to compensate them?
And the guy answered you already. She said the worth of a Liberian man is...
Let's just leave it like that. That's it. So that's the thing that eating us down. So nobody will come back and say, oh, that yellow machine, you kill somebody. Yeah, I will kill you for Jeep patrol when you heard it. Because you don't have value. That's why the people that get in the head second when they come into Liberia. Now, why I will tell you, make that example. The company that you just named, the SPS, we disagree. Take example. The company from Ghana that was making a Liberian passport during early time. When George Weah came, he sat there and reviewed them and revoked them because they getting $11+ million to make at least 1.5 million passport, but they make only 175,000. They didn't even meet the minimum requirement. They revoked them from doing it because somebody was getting a kickback from the money they were getting. This is what you do when you are a smart government. You're talking about Joseph Boakai. When you are president-elect, you know that you start negotiating. That's why the whole thing falling down. Your cabinet member already said when you are president-elect. Because when I'm president-elect, I know that in my country there was a problem. I will send my guys there and say, my man, y'all go talk to the guy there. When we can't empower, we got to look at the thing Jesse said it. We got to look at the agreement. You threaten them when you re-evaluating the agreement. The company will come and say, why is it that they people suffering? Why is it that there's no cleaning? They say, my people will get new government come here. Let's get the people what they want. That's how you throw the people. This is why you're...
I must agree with you because even JNB, we're talking about the HPX, another problematic company. a government like George, we are government say, we're not renewing your contract. We're not signing your consulting agreement. JB can't say, come sign your car.
Thank you. That's the thing. George, we are who inept. We don't know anything.
We don't even think. I mean, we look at our people like they are nothing.
But that's a problem I'm facing here.
I think you have 2 minutes for me. We will move.
Have value.
They want to make you happy the whole thing.
You're like,
make her convince people.
They want to make me laughing the whole thing that Mr. Jeru. He said, "Hey, John, we are all can refuse it."
No, to be honest with you, because they said George, we are
not know anything.
No. It's not.
He can approve any company.
It's not about no.
Somebody are using Bobo Jena, like they will start using that Bobo name. We are look at the company and say, we're not sending you back.
If George Weah can refuse a company, that's a problem.
I agree with you. They say Weah is inept. Weah is incompetent. Weah he don't know how to speak English. He may not know how to read, right? But look at the thing the Weah government did. The Ghana front that was doing the passport. Because of that Ghana front, the U.S. government removed their biometrics from the Liberia passport. We had to go to VFS for to get the biometrics back. Because
okay, thank you very much. Let's go
to before you shut me down. One more thing. Let me break it down. The idea of any Liberian person that said on the show that watching the show, I'm not against human life. I'm a constitutionally. I go by the law. The idea that the yellow machine they put setting fire on, they had no business doing it. You want to set fire on anything, burn down your own house of parliament. Burn it down. Maybe you will send a clear statement that yes, we don't want this to happen. Burn down your own superintendent building. They will understand. But don't burn down private sector or things. They pay money. They pay lots of money, custom duty, taxes, royalty to the government that you elected. So yeah, the yellow machine have more value than the Liberian man. The yellow machine costs $500,000. Liberian man costs what? Let's leave it that God will be there with us. And what we have. So don't go down, brother.
They want Salias only one year. I want there. You see what he said?
If it's my family member, I will advise them not to touch the people machine. If it's my family member, I will advise them say, don't burn the people machine because the government will not protect you.
Okay, I thank you very much.
Anyone word I work.
I don't thank you very much.
I don't thank you. Please. You can get here. Thank you.
You may not tell them we're muting.
Don't worry, you go to a concubine. Don't worry.
You want to go see a concubine there? You worry. They will not be 12 o'clock because they borrow battle. They can't go anywhere.
You look at the time. You look at the time when you talk. You look at the time. I know you want to.
Brother Sally, take your 2 minutes. Take your the last one. So in fact, you will not get closing statement. You will not get closing statement.
No, he gotta go. He can't get closing statement. Yeah, but listen, honestly, yeah, sometimes we consider these problems emotionally. But honestly, I think the JMB administration, they got more work to do. And I hate the idea of them taking us to the past. Every time you bring up issue, they say, oh, the past administration. That's why they voted them out. So stop bringing the past administration up. Face why you came to power. JMB, I wanted to say something because I think from Lee Coleman and then from Mr. Jero, I think we are giving too much. We're giving too much accolades to Mr. Boakai than we should give him, because people really think he's some shred old man, some smart old man. No, JMB was vice president for 12 years. What did he do for Lofa County? What did he bring to his own county in 12 years? The only excuse he had was, oh, I was just vice president. I was in the shadow of the president. I couldn't do anything. This man did nothing. Forget about Lofa. JMB was vice president for 12 years. I lived in Dupo Road. I drove in front of Effort Baptist Church every day. For 12 years, that man was vice president. That church remained uncompleted. Quote me, 12 years. You worship in the church. It was uncompleted. I can give you a video now that they went to church in Alpha Baptist Church. A vice president, now he's president, and a deacon in that church. Himself and the wife went to church. No offering. They were begging Jeremiah Cone for offering. Jeremiah Cone had to take money from a wife to give it to him to put in the offering basket. That's a failure. So to think that he's going to create any change, I doubt it. But people were tired with Weah administration, and they saw JMB as the lesser of two evils. So it took lesser of two evils. So they decided, okay, let's bring him there. But look at the man's track record. I talk about his county, Lofa. I talk about his church. Even where he lived at his own house as a vice president, it was Weah that came and they put some quota around his house. He did nothing. I've been to Ghana. I've been to Nigeria. I've been to Cameroon. I've been to Sierra Leone. You cannot go to Nigeria and they say a commissioner lives in this place and there will be no light or no quota, let alone a vice president living there. Hold on.
No, hold on. I want to support you. I'm supporting you. I'm supporting you. Hold on. I don't like the people. They might be saying our president. You're choosing a woman on the street. Man, might be doing that thing. The man, our president. What can I do so? Go ahead, Mr. Terry.
When people giving him all these accolades, I follow people's track record. And he doesn't have the track record, But when we had made too many mistakes, and they were looking at the lesser of two evils, and like, oh, let's bring JMB. He's not just from the first 30 days. I don't see what he's doing that can give me the confidence that he can turn things around. Honestly. And this administration is going to make George Weah a celebrity in Liberia even more, because one thing that is constant in our Liberian politics, in our political ecosystem, is that we don't appreciate any administration until it is gone. When Samuel Doe was president, everybody wanted Monkey to come down. When he left and we saw Taylor, we said we regretted why we let Doe go. We said we were stupid to allow the war. John Taylor, we did all the things. Ellen came, people regretted. Ellen, when George Weah came, people started praising Ellen. It's the same way people are going to praise George Weah in this JMB administration, because they're already having too many missteps. And we got to, and finally, I will add that we need a paradigm shift. Like Arthur is saying, I want to support Arthur in this thing. Maybe we're looking at it too emotionally. Like I said, display aggression. The anchor of the people of Cape Man should not be directed towards the company. It should be directed towards the government. They should get the buses, they should get the trucks, put their people in it, and come to the Capitol building and have a sit-in for 31 days until things change. Because it's that legislature that sent that company to that place that is doing what it's doing. And the government is the one that's supposed to do monitoring and evaluation and enforcement to make sure that these companies are in compliance with the agreement they signed. The government not doing it because they've already taken bribes. So they are the problem. But because the ordinary people don't have the power to fight the government, the company will take the hit.
Thank you very much. And mine closing before Emmanuel comes in, because Emmanuel, after you finish, we'll turn it over to Sekou. Sekou has to go home. As a matter of fact, it's almost 12 midnight there.
Why you can't end a statement where Sekou got to go home to his concubines? That's it.
Yes. But Sekou, your group can get concubines. So you see Solomon, he had 700 girlfriends. That's nothing. So the group can get.
I'm talking.
No, in my own of closing, I like to pinpoint that what happened in Cape Man was a disgrace.
Yeah.
It was a mistake from the police. It was a mistake from the leadership of the county. It was a mistake from the ruling government. The reason people put government in places, the reason people elect lawmakers, is for you to be able to take care of problems. Those lawmakers, they knew the problem was there. They should have started talking with the people immediately when they won. And now when the people are killed, then you come and posture, blasting at the people. Well, you should have done something in the first place. You should have engaged the company in the first place, because that's why the people voted you as a new person to come to provide new voice to them, new direction. And unfortunately, you wouldn't do anything like that. So that's my problem too. And I agree with some of you who said that the government blunder, they take a lot of bribe. These companies give too much money to the government. They give too much money to the government. And the government don't pay any attention to the locals. The locals are the one who feel the pain of the blunt of the misrule. The company don't care. They come to the government, they ask the government what we need to do. The government say, okay, where you want to operate. They give them 300,000 metric tons of land. 300,000. They all came almost for Bea Mountain. They give them that and they say, you go in there, this is what you need to pay 3% on every gold, every diamond, every silver, everything you get. Pay this amount, pay that amount. The company agree, they cut their royalty, they give them everything, the taxes. The government is supposed to compel them and say, okay, part of this money you are giving us, take 10% and do this in the county. And we want to see the evidence. Or even turn that money around and go in the county there, go in the town there, and do the project for them. They say, well, the company came here, they pay some money to the government is giving 10% or 20% back, and this is why we are building your new school. This is what we are building, what we are putting all the bridges here so that you'll be able to go on the farm. That's what people do, but our government don't care. Lawmakers go into the seat, they get elected, and they forget. They only look at their own pocket to line their pocket and forget. When something happens, then they come and posture and think that we are all crazy, we're going to listen to them. I am so disappointed. Those people that passed, those 3 people that died, they didn't have to die. The police
they don't.
For trigger, what trigger happened, they shouldn't have shot anybody with live bullet. There are ways you can solve that problem. Yellow machine is important, but yellow machine is not important when it comes to human life lost. It's not important as that. We understand that the company may not have done anything specific, but the company, they pay the people to do it. We don't know. We don't have any information yet. But the company go to the police and say, you're taking care of business. They give you money and expedite the problem. See the poor get trick or happy. They get small money now. Get them 1,000, they'll shoot everybody. That's what happened. Even somebody who go to Morovia, you see somebody, you get them $50. You give policemen $50, they may be able to move in front of your car. That's how the people behave. I mean, it's just unfortunate, but hey.
I want to bring something to your attention.
Great discussion, great show, great commentators. We agree. Our comments are getting plenty, and I almost failed to finish it today. Small more, I'm going to fail to finish it. But we like the comments. We want you to keep it coming. Anytime you can, please share our show. Guys, thank you very much. Arthur Solo, you came late, but you came with fire. You changed the whole narrative, but that's okay. Brother Salif, when you see government say people they are.
I love Arthur on the show, and I think he wanted to say something before he goes.
Yeah, it's you see, Gibson, what you and I, Salif, were talking about government compliance and oversight. The Senator Thorne in South Dakota, he was sitting in your office and he was doing Medicaid and Medicare reform to the company. He left the bill on the table. He was talking on the phone. His son from middle school walked in and said, "Dad, how you doing?" He said, "I'm fine." So he sat in father's chair and he started looking at the bill. Then he asked the father, "Dad?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "Okay, how much for the vacuum?" He said, I think the one your mom bought last time is $150. He said, "Okay, why are you paying $750 to repair one?" The method around said, "What?" He said, "Yeah, because that's why they put in here. You're paying $750 to repair the vacuum." The bill that the man was supposed to go through, he grabbed everything. He went to the university, take about 5 students, say, "You'll review the bill. You'll give me all the errors in it and your lunch and so on me." The children, in 10 minutes, they pulled out everything. The man went and shut down the company and said, "You want me to pay $750 for you to put that rubber band that can carry the vacuum or something around in it when the vacuum itself is what? $100? So oversight is important. I'm not comparing my citizen life to a yellow machine, but that's a law that our people feed them with.
When when
All
I
right,
was
guys,
saying,
we can't continue forever. We thank you very much. Great show, great discussion, great insight. We want to thank you very much, Brother Sally, Brother Solo, and Sheku, you have 2 minutes.
no, Sheku can't talk again.
Sheku go home, leave it alone. Sheku tired.
The man from Kema, Sheku, your 2 minutes, sir.
Thank you. I will take 30 seconds.
Thank you.
And I'd like to say thank you so much, and hope we be here earlier tomorrow. You know, your own time starts
Are
from...
you the man referring to Detroit shit? Are you?
Yeah, your time starts...
This is my week off.
Arthur, listen, you're supposed to come on 10 o'clock. That's about 4 o'clock your time. Please be coming on time. We're begging you. And let's have some good discussion.
Yes, absolutely. Arthur is very busy, you know.
You brought it on yourself. I told you Sheku shouldn't tell you.
After two get plenty things to look at. That man, you alone, Sheku.
I agree.
After get times 2.
I get time 4 because we operate double there.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Have a good
night. Thank you tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. And so, folks, that's all the time we have. Join us tomorrow morning, and then we will also be here at 9 o'clock in the evening hour. My name is Sheku Koroma. This is Blaze Communication Network Incorporated. We are hoping that by April, hopefully, the FM will be on in Monrovia. Everything is working positively, and God is in control. Until then, bye-bye. We are out.